I think one of the great things about living in Oxford is the aspirations that the city has for sustainable travel. And we've been called a cycling city, and we've also been judged one of the most walkable cities in the UK, which is fantastic.
The local authority here has a stated policy of wanting to reduce the number of car trips and increase the number of people who are walking and are cycling and are wheeling and are taking the bus. We need a transport interchange that reflects that reality.
I become really excited about the redesign of the station if it felt a very comfortable place to be in, if it felt as if one could easily find the way around, that it's easily accessible for people with all sorts of abilities and mobility issues.
You've got to be able to travel from one type of transport to another. So if it's a bus to a train or a train to a bus, it's got to be easy and not complicated.
We want to be able to use our bikes or walk or take the bus and then immediately seamlessly be able to get onto the train, without having to navigate car traffic, squashed pavements, bad weather.
I would hope that we would have a really good range of services connecting the station to the rest of the city, that we'd really have more connectivity than we have at the moment. I'd hope that you'd be able to move from the station to your bus in the dry as well.
I think it's important for people who, when they arrive at this city, that the place looks welcoming and the train station is welcoming. At the moment, I don't think it passes that test.
Access is rarely, if ever, considered for people with disabilities. And then when we talk about people with disabilities, often people just think about wheelchairs. But what about all the others?
What would make me excited about this development, about a new station, is to build a transport hub which is ambitious, which caters properly for the needs of all users, irrespective of income, age, ability, accessibility.
If there's a distance for people who have mobility issues of whatever form between stops on any transport system, that becomes a real handicap to them.
I think we probably need in the region of 2,000 bike parking spaces, probably more. Now, if you think that sounds too ambitious, I'll give you two examples. One is, at the other end of the transport line that the government wants to promote from Oxford to Cambridge, such a thing already exists. Cambridge railway station has a secure parking hub for bikes with 3,000 spaces that works. So this is not a pipe dream.
The value lies in it being an attractive place to wait for the train, but also an attractive place for people who live in the surrounding area to come and meet, to come and shop, for people to come and visit Oxford, for it to feel welcoming, for it to be stress-free. And there are lots of European cities that have done exactly that, that manage to combine being an attractive destination or place to be with a local or regional public transport hub. So places like Strasbourg or Bordeaux in France, Leipzig and Freiburg in Germany, and also Antwerp and Liège in Belgium, for example.
All we're asking for is a level of ambition that's already equivalent to what happens in a city like Cambridge, which in all kinds of ways in terms of cycling is familiar to Oxford.
I think if it's an easy interchange and it has very good links, it will discourage people from using their cars, or it will encourage people to use public transport.
Accessibility is not separate from transport policy. It is the foundation of successful public transport.
I believe this really is a historic opportunity to transform Oxford cityscape, to transform its public transport provision so that it becomes an even more attractive and beautiful place to live and work in.
My one request to Network Rail would be design in public transport and public transport connectivity from the outset. Don't make it something that we're having to retrofit later.